Take your
Yeah.
life.
I would do a roll call, just so you know who's on.
Okay, this is the special board meeting. Today is May 30th at 2:00. Can we do a roll call to see who's online?
Rick Fletcher, Austin Zimbrick. I don't know what number Paul Rice is calling in on, but
All right, can we ask if they're,
Are you there, Paul? That's Austin.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Copy.
We're not
Okay.
sure about Paul Rice.
oh, is that Austin?
That's Austin. Rick, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And we have a couple, 2 or 3 other people. Okay. Well, while we're figuring that part out, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. Are you texting him?
I texted him, just said, are you online? And is there a way to unmute? Or they just asked Kate if it is, maybe he might not be able to unmute it.
I can't seem to unmute people that call in.
I had a hell of a time.
Lieutenant Davis was on, that might be his, what, he just texted me and said he's on. So, anyway, is there only 4 people on?
No, there's a handful. Austin, there's like some employees on, Will
Okay.
was on,
Okay.
and then 3 people have called in. But I think when you call in, it automatically mutes you. Let me see if I can change that. I'll look at my settings real quick, but you can go ahead.
Okay, so the first order of business, what do you want to do? Gorsuch first then?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
Yeah.
Paul, are you online? Okay, all right, cool. So Kate will unmute you once you get on. Thanks, sir. Bye. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
logging on. See you all.
so the order of business is a resolution number FY-23-24-13. We're calling it the Gorsuch payout. So, we all knew this was coming.
Correct. So if you like some background, so Chief Gorsuch had a work back contract. He had retired from the district and was working back contract that this board approved. There was a payout that was gonna be, paid across for 4 years total. And because Chief Gorsuch took a new job and has left the district entirely, he has requested that his final payout be completed now and not wait over the years. So that is the, that is what you have before you is his final payout. And he has resigned effective the 24th of May of this month.
Okay, and
I will make a motion. I make a motion to approve resolution number FY-23.24.23, the Chief Gorsuch payout.
discussion? Austin, Rick?
Yeah, that's
Or
my
Paul?
second. He's my second. He
I second it. This is Rick.
I didn't,
Okay.
yeah, I see the resolution in the meetings, but I didn't get any attachment for what the resolution's saying. Is there a spot where I'm missing that?
Possibly Austin.
We can email you.
We can email a copy of it, or I can read it to you if you guys would like.
Before I vote on it, yeah, if it's not super long, let's read it, or you can
It's-
email me a copy real quick, but.
It's not, can you?
Just read the back page.
Okay.
You guys read the back page.
Basically, everything the same on the front is a standard resolution. So it says, in addition to resolution fiscal year 23-24-08, Michael Gorsuch resigned from CRFR and wishes to be paid out the following per his number: 1,152 hours of sick leave, plus 360 hours of prorated accrued vacation holiday, for a total of $72,452.96. That's all it is, Austin, other than just the standard. And then what we attached to it was Chief Gorsuch's resignation and the email that I accepted his hours as confirmed. But I can send it to you. I can still send it to you. That's it. It's just that short paragraph I just read to you.
Nope, that sounds, yep, that sounds correct. Like I said, I didn't have that copied to my board
Yeah,
meeting.
I didn't.
I apologize. I thought it was added, so I apologize for not getting that to you, gentlemen. I can send you a copy at the end of the meeting.
Copy. Sounds good. And then I know he's already moved on, correct?
Correct.
I wasn't-
His last day was Friday, or he got off Saturday morning, which would be the 25th.
Awesome. I wasn't sure if we could reach out and possibly do like a board, not a true board, but maybe get permission from the rest of the board to do a little exit interview from him. I don't know if he would be okay with it, just to talk to him about what he thinks our strengths and weaknesses could be, so we could find out from a board as well from him. I don't know if the rest of the board agrees with that, and that might
I
be
like
on a
the-
different resolution.
Okay. I can reach out to him and find out. I still have his personal number, so I can give him a call.
Awesome. And then I would do it, and then I don't know if Paul wants to jump in with me or somebody else, but I think it'd be good just so we can kind of hear from him.
What are you doing?
I'd be happy to do it.
There you go.
So hearing that, so if the board decides that it'd be you, Austin and Mark, I'll reach out to him and I'll see if I can get him to stop by the office here. And, I would like to sit in with you guys as well, because I got some questions for him too, because him and I had some discussions beforehand. And so, yeah, if you guys want to do it, I'll get you guys some papers and we can talk to him and give you guys an next interview.
Are there
Does that need
specific
to-
questions you want to ask?
I can come up with some questions, and I kind of want to see what he sees as strengths and weaknesses and what he thinks we can do to possibly improve our future.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Okay.
Do we need to make a vote for that as well? Let's finish this resolution, then we can talk about that.
Okay,
I agree.
all right, so discussion is over. Everybody
Aye.
gonna make a motion?
I did make a motion.
Okay, so vote. All the ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays?
Okay, that's fine. Paul's on there too. so-
Okay, then that resolution passes. I'll sign it.
And I will reach out to him this afternoon and see what day works for him, or give a couple options. What days work for you and Mark? You would, Monday, Tuesday, Monday through
When-
Thursday?
When, yeah, everything but Thursday morning.
Okay. Often, just be something that if we get a couple dates from him and see which one works for you.
I don't see Austin on there anymore.
He dropped off. He's now calling me. All right, Austin, you're back on. No problem. So,
Yeah, well, I hate the owl.
Mark was just saying that any day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and not Thursday morning.
Friday, yeah, Friday.
So let me find out. I'll get some dates and then I will email you and Mark those dates on what Chief Gorsuch has available. I know he's working during the week over there, so would evening work if it's something he's getting off, because he is, my understanding, starting 40-hour for a bit of time.
Yeah, whatever he does, and then if he could set out like a few days, and then I can either,
Okay.
if I'm working, I can take some time off, or we'll figure it out, so.
Okay, I will reach out to him after our meeting today.
Oh, Gorsuch is here. He said he's good meeting with any of us, but he's muted. He's on the call right now.
Okay.
He's in the meeting. Cool, all right.
All right, I'll make a motion that we, as a board, approve, two of the board members to do an exit interview with, Mike Gorsuch.
I'll second
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, that one passes. We're good to go. Okay, now the fire chief contract. We've all seen it. Adam Collier has reviewed it, made the couple changes that were discussed. That, like, Rick called into you
Correct.
and I was there and we talked about it. So,
That is the current copy that after Adam made those typo corrections that Director Fletcher pointed out. And then he answered the question that was posed from page 2, our section 10. I don't have the exact number. He made that one as well. So that is the latest one from Mr. Collier as of last week.
I'd be happy to make a motion as long as I know what we need to say. Just go approve the contract.
If you guys are gonna approve the contract as written and then somebody have a second. So it's up to you.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract as written.
Yeah, you get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, discussion.
I would really like to see the time frame less than 5 years, more like 3 years. I mean, this is a test drive with the new chief position for Chief Smythe. And I'm still disappointed we haven't seen a budget report in a year and stuff. So by the wording that Adam confirmed on that, if we choose not to renew his contract, we still have to pay for 5 years. If we terminate, then we have to pay 6 months severance. So I would certainly ask that we drop the term down to a little more manageable while we do the test drive with the new chief.
Well, I will state that I won't accept that. And here's the reason why. My family lives in this town, and I was prepared to say this today. My family's lived in this town for over a decade. My daughters go to school here. I am active in our church. I'm active at the high school. I am invested in our community. I don't plan to go anywhere else. As far as a test drive, I think my tenure here has demonstrated that the department comes first. I have killed myself. It's probably cost me a relationship. It's cost me family time, and I put this organization first every single time. And at the end of the day, I have put the members here, our volunteers, our firefighters, our career staff, and this board as a priority in my life. And I don't plan on leaving unless you guys don't want me here, which is fine, or you guys can go find and seek a different chief if that's what you want. I have done my due diligence for this organization. I plan to do so. I plan to retire from Columbia River Fire and Rescue. I'm on a contract, but my hope was in 5 years, you guys think I'm doing such a stellar job, you renew me again, because I was going to stay here until I was probably in my 60s doing this job because I love the organization. I love the town. I think in the last 10 months, I understand, Rick, you want that documentation. You will have it. It's actually done. It'll be starting July 1. You guys will have your budget versus actuals, all those things. But in 10 months, I have accomplished things, and I hate using I truly hate it. We have accomplished some fantastic things this organization has never seen in 20 plus year history of this organization. I don't think I put a gun to the union's head and made them sign 3 MOAs. It's because the relationships I have with those guys and the relationships that I've developed over 10 years and the relationship I have that made this work. This wasn't me being grandiose. I don't have all the ideas in the world. I don't have all the answers in the world. But what I have is I have the best interest of this organization and the membership at heart and the serving of our public. And so I think I have proven, especially with our local 3215, that I have a good working relationship. And I believe we have an excellent working relationship compared to the last 20 years. And I didn't do this because I'm trying to keep a job or I want to stay here to lengthen whatever. It's because I believe in the organization. I believe in the people. And I love this place. I love the town. I lived in the desert like Moses for over 40 years. I like the rain, like the trees. My family's very happy here. If you guys think I'm not the person, then we need to have a different discussion. I'll stay as the ops chief and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. But it's cost me a great deal for this organization. I plan to continue to ensure that we have good relationship with you as the board, the union, and our volunteers and our citizens at large. That's all. And I'll tell you this, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from everything I've been doing, but I still have the fire and the energy to do it. But if you gentlemen don't want that, that's okay too. I'd rather not waste time, your time or mine. But 5 years is realistic. And we have a ton of stuff that still needs to be accomplished over the next 5 years. We are going to have to go for a bond. Are we financially better off than we were 10 months ago? We are, but we're still tenuous. And being tenuous, it's going to require some work, and it's going to be work that isn't going to be fixed in a few months to a few years. And so I will not beg. I won't. If you guys want me, great. If you guys don't, I understand. But at the end of the day, I have done my due diligence for this organization, and I will continue to do so at your behest if you'd like me to. I just want to know that if you select me today, that the 5 of you have the confidence in me that I'm going to move forward and that you have my back and I have yours, just as much as I have our union brothers and sisters, our volunteers, and the citizens of Columbia County. That's it. And so I will not say anymore. I appreciate your time today and your consideration. So thank you.
Okay, so Rick, your contention or concern would be the 6 months compensation, right? The termination without cause by district, right?
No, it's just the wording that I had in question that Adam explained, explained was that if we choose not to renew a contract at any point, and we give the notice of not continuing his contract, which it says in there we have to do, we have to give at least a 90-day notice. We have to continue to pay out that contract till the end of the contract. So if we terminate for cause, we have to pay 6 months severance. So if we decide that he's, done something horrible, that's fine. But if we just decide that,
I saw that. I thought that that's termination without cause by district is what I'm looking at. That's the 30 days notice. And then he would get 6 months compensation.
yeah. But
And
the other
then,
part, the one I had in question at section 10 had to do with paying out the length of the contract. So that was and Adam's explanation was if we chose not to renew the contract, because we could choose not to renew it in 1 year or 4.5 years. I mean, but if we give notice that we're not going to, the contract does say we have to pay it out to the end.
I guess the question I have to the board is there a reason why you guys think that it's going to be negative? Because we're seeming to be concentrating on how you're going to get rid of me. And if you guys don't want me, well, no, Rick, hold on, no, but seriously, I get you guys, if I do something so egregious, clearly Adam said it in there, you guys terminate me. I'm gone. If I do something terrible, embezzle money, do whatever egregious thing you guys could possibly think of to be bad enough to let me go. The goal is for me to help this organization continue to move forward as part of a team. And I would, when you talk about renewal contract, you guys don't renew me next year. In year 4, at the end of year 3, year 4, you go, hey, Eric, we think you're doing a great job. We'd like to renew. Or Eric, we think we're going to go a different direction. And you tell me no, I would work out the remainder of that year and I would help you find a fire chief and I would go down the road. It is not, you're not renewing me next year and go, or tell me no next year, we're not going to renew your contract. You're going to pay me for 4 years. This is for that final year of deciding if you want to renew me or not for another term. That's all. And it's it. And so again, I would hope we focus on the positives and not the negatives. The goal is not for me to get in trouble with you guys and have you guys have to terminate me. I've been doing this job for 33, going on 34 years, and I haven't never been let go from an organization yet. I don't plan to start with Columbia River. So I would just hope that you guys understand that the contract renewal would be talking about would be in year 4. If you choose not to, you would say, hey, we're going to go a different direction. That gives me time to go find another job. I would continue to do my work here until you got the end of that contract and I would go away. That's all. It's not about you guys renewing me next year for another 5 years. That's how that read, and that's how Adam explained it exactly as that was when we went to talk about renewal.
Does that help you, Ryan?
Yeah, I think that, well, I agree on, right, we've worked really hard the last 10 months to dig ourselves out, right? We hit rock bottom. We went to our AA meetings, right? We're coming back up. So I agree with we should be thinking positively. I think that reading through the contract, I would hope that going forward, if there was something, the red light goes off, right? The siren gets pulled, the fire alarm, so to speak, gets pulled, then we have better oversight and we also have better legal representation that can help us and advise us to make the right decisions going forward. And I honestly don't foresee anything bad happening. So everything to date has been very positive, I think. So.
Even though I've been here only here, I'm relatively new. From what I know has happened and occurred in the past, to where Chief Smythe and the rest of the district chiefs have gotten, the cooperation that they've been able to get from both of you, and all those things that you mentioned, I think warrants the contract. For me, I would not want to go into, after putting all that work and effort into it and essentially, circling the wagons and saying, hey, we got to get this done. I don't feel like a 3-year contract's not a fair contract. I think he's demonstrated his willingness. I think he's shown that he's got the ability to be a leader, a team leader across the board. He's brought what should be opposing forces together. and done it in a quick manner. So I have no concerns with the 5-year contract whatsoever.
Is Austin on the phone or is he on?
He's on my phone. So,
Well, Austin, you read through it. What do you think?
No, I think there was a little confusion in that with the termination, with what Fletcher was thinking of. Like kind of Chief Mike explained, I think it's not, if we chose to not renew his contract, that wouldn't be a next year thing. I think he's kind of confusing the termination with like just running out his contract type of issue. So, no, I think 5 years sounds good. I'm just reading through the contract, so I don't see anywhere where if we terminated without cause, like I said, I don't think that's going to be an issue also, like everybody said. But I don't know where he's going with that. Sorry, boys. No, I've heard everything what everybody said. I feel comfortable with a 5-year and voting on the 5-year as we've read it and seen.
I'm on the same page. I don't like talking about firing somebody or not renewing a contract before we even get into one, but at the same time, we want to be wise and looking down the road and be smart about it. And it sounds like to me in the reading and what I'm hearing is a 5-year contract doesn't hold us to 5 years if there's something that we need to let them go over. If there's a reason, if there's not a reason, then we need to fulfill the contract. If there is a reason, then that's something that would need to come up to the board and we'd be able to fire him. I don't foresee personally anything like that happening. He has a good track record. I also think that if somebody else came along, we would probably be looking at a 5-year contract minimum as well. I don't know that would change, with somebody else. So I think we'd be in the same boat, but we know what we're getting with Eric. And, I'm comfortable with 5-year contract.
I'm comfortable with a 5-year contract as well. I think that any board member, right? Because we only have one employee, which is the fire chief. If you see something and anybody has a concern or an issue, it needs to come up, and then I think the fire chief needs to address it. And right, and everybody needs to be held accountable. So, and you're clearly willing to do that. So, I mean, and from what I understand, the 5-year contract's pretty norm. So.
And again, and I appreciate you gentlemen, with your comments and and questions. The biggest thing that for me, right, this is no different than when if you hired an outside chief, gotta want to come here. Well, I'm here. I want to be here, but I also need to know that I need to know that as our board, you guys have my back. And when I say have my back is if there's an issue, bring it to my attention. Please come down and see me. I've been begging you guys to come in and see me once a week anyway. But let's have conversations. Let's have those conversations when the issue might be small and allow me to deal with it versus we wait till it gets big where you guys start talking about going to section 3 of my contract and starting to, termination clause, right? It is about, it's no different than any of our employees here. If there's an issue, I want to keep it small. I want to correct it now, and then, we can move along. So my goal is to help make this place better, but it's not just me, it's all of you. It's our union brothers and sisters, it's our volunteers, and it's our stakeholders out there. This is a team effort. This department has come a long way. And in 10 months, we have gone through some dramatic changes in this organization. We have other than Chief Sanchez is off today, it's myself and 2 other chiefs. We're back to where we were pre-2014. And we have the same issues. We have twice as many calls as we had back then. And so we have challenges we need to meet. And I may not always have the best idea. It might be one of you. It could be one of our firefighters. It could be one of our EMS people. It is us together is going to make this place better. If you guys, but I have to believe that and know that you guys have that. If you choose me today, that's what it is. That you guys have my back, and you guys, when I say it, that we have that relationship. That you guys can call me at 2 o'clock in the morning. And go, hey, I got this. Can we talk about it? Absolutely, because that's what it is. And being the fire chief in the town, I believe the chief should live in the town that he or she works at. Because why? They need to be part of the community fiber. And I believe I am, and I've met it. You guys could go hire another chief, you guys could, and that person could either rent a hotel or rent a place or maybe buy. But you're getting somebody that's trying to come in and would have to invest in the community. I've been invested in the community and I want to see this place get better. We are going down the right path. And I will keep saying that we are on the right path to bring Columbia River back to the light. And it's all because of the actions you gentlemen have done and also the union, our volunteers and the staff here at Columbia River Fire and Rescue. So it is definitely a team effort.
I totally agree with what you just said. I do every bit of it.
I
Yeah.
agree too, and we just had two chiefs that weren't the greatest. And we have somebody on staff right now that is committed and, you know, running things really well, it seems like. So I don't know why we wouldn't go with that.
Okay. Well, I think it's time we, does anybody else have anything else to say? They'd like to add? Then I think it's time for a vote. All, I don't think I have to make a motion.
Henderson made a motion, Paul second. You guys need to vote.
Okay.
Okay, so all in favor for the 5-year making Chief Smythe the official fire chief?
I,
I,
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Okay, how many ayes is that? Okay, all opposed? Okay. So that's all 5 ayes, right?
You could ask for a roll call
I didn't,
to make it official.
did Fletcher. I didn't hear Fletcher.
Rick, did you
I
vote?
said aye. I said aye.
Okay,
Okay, so that's 5-0.
okay, that's 5. All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate the confidence.
Okay, well, then I think that's it. Right, nothing else?
Do we need to obviously work on changing the board president for the next votes, like do the elections again for the next board meeting?
You guys can, when we get closer to the agenda, we can come up with that and you guys can determine how you guys want to do it. I'm making a suggestion, or you guys could wait till July and decide again, because are you guys happy with the third Tuesday? Are you happy with the 6 o'clock?
That makes sense.
And just do everything at once and just, because obviously as the vice president, you are the president right now. And then you guys can do a vote in July and then you guys can assign the newspaper, all those things that we've done, make sure the rate and everything that we've had before, because you guys do that for the budget anyway. So it would just be better, it would possibly could just be easier to do it in July.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, anybody else have anything? All right, well, enjoy the rest of your day. This meeting is
2:28.
2:28 and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
congratulations, sir.
Thank you.